hello everyone, welcome to Blumberr Podcast. Today's conversation is not only about robotic cardiac surgery, it is also about discipline, endurance, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Behind every successful surgery are years of sacrifice, sleepless nights, continuous learning, and immense responsibility. Joining us today is Dr. Varun Bansal, one of the youngest cardiac surgeons, robotic surgeons. He's globally renowned and he is someone who has trained across India and Canada and countries to push the boundaries of minimally invasive cardiac care system. Hello, Dr. Varun. Welcome on board. How are you doing today?
Hi, Pushpa. Thank you very much for letting me be here and connecting with your viewers and listeners. It's a great opportunity. I feel fabulous. It's a great experience. Thank you very much.
It's really fabulous to have you on board here, Doctor. So, so let's start from the beginning, right? You often mention that medicine for you has been a destiny. So, what does that mean, and how did you enter the field of medicine?
So we come from a very low middle class family to begin with. The only way out was education. My Taiji, my father's eldest brother,
Uh-huh.
was the first surgeon that our family had. And
Wow.
he was the first surgeon in that whole region. He was known for his surgical expertise, his outcomes. And those days in 1974, 1975, there were very few surgeons in Punjab.
Oh, Punjab.
Yeah, so we come from Punjab. And then at that time, when everybody was looking at him with respect, with him bringing a lot of resources to the family and upgrading the family structure financially, economically, socially. So everybody was looking towards being a surgeon, being a doctor.
Wow. So
Uh, so he inspired the whole family, not just us, maybe whole town. Many of the people in town started becoming doctors, and initially it was all struggle for food, and they were entrepreneurs, they were shopkeepers. My grandfather had a small shop, that ration shop in our village.
yeah.
And then gradually, when all this changed, my younger Taiji also became a surgeon. My father also started studying medicine. Ma- My mother is a nurse. She is retired from army, for like Indian Army. She was working as a staff nurse there. So when I was born, the natural inclination of the family that we have another surgeon who's coming up. So although I'm not against it, and it has actually proven good for me. But my story is like just as Farhan and Three Idiots. Like my destiny was decided, and at
When
the
you
same time, I was मेरा बेटा सर्जन बनेगा. That was the story. But like destiny also played the well. Whenever I thought I would become something, I always dreamt of being a cardiac surgeon.
you had already decided that if you become a doctor, you will always be a cardiac surgeon, or
That was a fantasy. This is a dream come true. I don't say it was a decision. It was rather maybe destiny calling.
I remember you mentioned that you were good with mathematics also.
I used to love mathematics. I used to hate biology. Again, I'm very poor at remembering stuff. Earlier, 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago, intelligence was confused by memory. So we were all considered good students and good children if we were able to memorize things and reproduce as per the wishes and expectations of our teachers. Those children and those students were considered good,
Yeah.
but I was very, very bad. I would always be analytical, and I still remember even in my 12th grade, the maximum score I got was in physics. The lowest out of all was in biology. In mathematics, I was one of good students of my maths teachers, to a level that I even appeared for a regional mathematical Olympiad, national mathematical Olympiad, and even international mathematical Olympiad. Somehow we could just. I used to love mathematics. Was in love with numbers, angles, equations. But biology was something which I needed to, which everybody needs to learn. That this is the structure, this is the process. I was very bad at. It got to a stage that in 11th, those we were in medical and non-medical. I had both the subjects, biology and maths. But I was asked to quit mathematics because I was not concentrating on biology.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I quit mathematics and then shifted my focus to biology, and that's how I cleared physics, chemistry, biology in 12th.
So it's also fascinating because most people, like, you're good with math and you are a cardiac surgeon. I understand that you had to stop studying math, but how did that analytical side actually help you in your journey as a cardiac surgeon?
It really helped me. There were many instances when I thought that I should not continue this.
Okay,
Even after MBBS, I realized that learning all these medicines, processes, drugs are not my cup of tea.
okay,
So my first house job was in general surgery,
okay,
and 6 months in general surgery, I just gave up all of medicine and started practicing surgery, because in surgery it's all about understanding structures,
okay.
what comes after, how to manipulate one,
Hmm.
how to control bleeding, how to shift anatomy. That fascinated me.
Hmm.
So rather than being a doctor, I used to start considering myself as a surgeon, and thankfully I've had good teachers who have really supported me. I still remember after MBBS, I thought I would not continue with medicine, and I gave my entrance in MBA.
Okay,
Thankfully, got admission and was about to leave in 15 days when my dad called up my teacher, my general surgery teacher, that you just talked to him what he wants to do, because we all and that should be good for him. So I still remember my mentor. So I sat with him, and he just spoke to me that he asked me to give it another 6 months.
okay, okay.
And those 6 months really changed my life again. So he told me that you have been doing very well in operation theaters. You have been operating well. You are good with patients. Why don't you give yourself another 6 months? Why do you want to quit medicine? I said, okay. Because I was confident that if I could get in now, next 6 months again, I would be able to get into management. That's all. So I gave another 6 months, and in those 6 months, destiny called again, and I got admitted to cardiac surgery.
Okay. I remember you telling that you once witnessed a open heart surgery when you were posted in the emergency unit, and that
So
actually inspired.
yeah. So what happened is, while being a house resident in general surgery, we are posted in different departments.
Okay,
I got posted in neurosurgery, urosurgery, and cardiac surgery.
okay,
And there was one day when one of the cardiac surgeons was operating. I was witnessing from the head end. That was on my first day of cardiac surgery, OT.
hmm.
I went there, and he was doing a mitral valve replacement surgery.
Hmm.
He did something. Now I know what he did, but that time I did not understand. He did something, and the heart stopped beating at all.
Okay,
And I had goosebumps that time.
okay,
And he opened the heart, cut it open, did something, sewed it back. And within 30, 40 minutes, the heart started beating again.
okay.
Oh man, that was fascinating. I thought if I have to do something, I have to do this. This is the only thing which I have to do. So that really changed my perspective. And after that, there was no looking back.
Yeah.
And I started reading about cardiac surgery, how to get into it, how to get into cardiac surgery. Initially, it was just fascination while I was child. It was fascination. Those days, cardiac surgeons were considered big people. Right? The only idea of life is to outgrow yourself. And my dad was a general surgeon, and my another IG was a general surgeon. Somebody was orthopedician. Nobody had ever seen a super specialty branch so far.
Okay.
So I always thought that cardiac surgeons are bigger people than general surgeons. And that's how, from that moment also redefined that this is what I want to do. So I always thought about that. Then I started thinking about that, how to get into cardiac surgery, how to be capable of doing all this stuff. And that really changes people's lives also. The level of satisfaction and happiness it gives you once a patient comes in sick, and you do something with the patient over a few days, the patient goes home very well, happy, asymptomatic. symptoms, and they're stress free, that they would have any cardiac illness, anything which will threaten their lifestyle or life. It gives immense satisfaction and pleasure.
True, true, true. So, doctor, you said it gives immense pleasure and satisfaction that you see patients being cured and stepping out, right? Now, we all know that surgery or studying cardiac surgeon is not easy. But how was the training and what were those years like for you?
So that again is a story. There's a story behind it. Innate tendency. I mean, I'm very aggressive,
Aggressive.
aggressive in my work, and I don't tolerate indiscipline. I don't tolerate suboptimal results. And there was a night call when I was operating, and I was on an emergency, and there was a mass trauma, and somebody came, and I was doing stitches. The patient had head laceration, cut in the head. I was suturing, and there was another doctor who came in, that he was professor emeritus, and he was trying to influence and put a lot of pressure on me. I just gave it back to him, that let me do my job and don't interfere. I know, and I will do what is best for the patient. I don't need your influence into it.
Okay.
Next day morning, I hear from Director Medical Services that there's a written complaint against me.
Oh, okay.
So, I went to his office and he was not there. And I was just sneaking through the paperwork which was put on, or which was there on his table, and there was a admission request form. National Board of Examinations was launching 6-year DNB course, which was first in our country.
Okay. Okay.
They were asking if somebody wants to apply who has already given for national, who has already applied and appeared for National Board of Examinations entrance exam, that is DNB entrance exam. I had already applied and I had my score at hand.
Okay.
And a few moments later, when the DMS came, he was trying to shout at me that what I had done yesterday, last night, but I was literally immune to whatever you were saying. My only eyes were there. That this form, sir, can I see this form? No, I'm talking to you. I'm talking about the papers which are there on my table. I said, sir, I'm sorry, but I just need to have a look at it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened out of frustration or what he gave me that form. I saw that and I could fit into that eligible criteria and started applying. And this January 2011, December 2011, I had finished my MBBS in 2008, finished my internship in 2009, and that was my first house job, which I was doing. It has already been 1.5 years. 6 months ago, I was thinking of quitting medicine or maybe doing something. I had appeared for entrance where I was getting ENT, but I never wanted to do ENT. So, and now it was there. I was there still doing my house job, and I was holding a paper which was giving me a direct access to cardiac surgery.
Okay. Okay.
I applied and somehow I got, and I still remember again that the day I was going for admission, my parents were not there in the town.
Okay.
And my dad called, are you sure what you want to do? Because this is a course which is being started now. There is no history. And there are only 37 seats in the country.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do this? Because there's no coming back. If you join a 6-year course, many people are skeptical that this is not this is not MS, the 3-year branch where you get to do general surgery and then decide again. You're directly entering into cardiac surgery. And after 6 years, or even within that period, if something wrong goes, and the people decide, or maybe National Board of Examination decides to withdraw that course, what will happen? I thought, Dad, this is my chance. I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but I think I can do this. So I got myself admitted, and next 2 years were crazy. We did not have a curriculum because it was first in the country. The teachers, or mentors, or seniors did not know what to do with us. We were just working in ICU, in OT, in cath lab, in emergencies, just as residents in the Department of Cardiac Surgery. First 2 years we did not have. We were 37 of us who joined the course in that year. For the country, we were connected because nobody knew what was supposed to be done. So next 2 years we struggled with National Board of Examination. 2 years later, they came up with a curriculum that this is how the course should be run.
Okay. Okay. So,
It's all destiny.
yeah. So how are those 4 years like? Because you already lost 2 years, and was it a grind? How was it?
No, it was a learning experience. So there were difficulties between amongst the teachers, students, all of us. We did not know what to do, and that our teachers did not know what to do. The center where I got admitted, it had only one seat.
Mm.
I did DNB from Delhi Art and Institute. It had only one seat. Had no senior, no
Okay.
senior PG. It was
Okay.
a senior most.
Okay.
We had to struggle with stipend issues because we were not sure how much stipend we should get.
Mm.
The hospital for a DNB seat, because sometimes it is based on only stipend. The salaries would need to be paid. So we are struggling with education, academics, many things. And then at the same time, 2 years after joining my DNB, my family decided that I should get married. We come from a very traditional family. That it was all arranged marriage. And time was passing by. I was already 27 years old then. So it just happened. It just happened. During training, it was crazy. We were doing tough work. There were days when we were doing 36 hours calls that we were supposed to reach there at 7 a.m. in the morning, do the whole day, stay back for the night. Next day it would be whole day, then come back. The next day would be 24 hours, 12 hours, then it would be again 36 hours, then 12 hours, then 36 hours. We can't do this.
So was there any point like you said it's enough, I can't take it, or it's like did you question yourself, is this what I want to do?
Not after entering into cardiac surgery. That was the idea. Like when I joined cardiac surgery, I saw the outcomes that people were getting better. That fascinated me. I wanted to learn more and more, and the institute also supported me. They posted me to different institutions. I went to Sir Gangaram for pediatric cardiac surgery training. I went to another institute for thoracic surgery training, for valve repairs. Me being their first candidate, they also helped. They also did whatever could be done.
I remember you also told me that you applied to international universities for further excellence, for fellowships, right?
That was after. I finished my DNB written exam in 2015 and the final DNB in 2016. And then I wanted to learn more. I went and met and started working with Dr. Sampath Kumar. Dr. Sampath Kumar is All India head of department, All India Institute of Medical Sciences. He had retired from AIMS and joined a hospital in Max Vaishali, like Pushpanjali Hospital. He was working there as a consultant. So I joined him. And there I learned that this training is not enough, whatever I've gained so far. I asked him, he said, you'll have to really prepare yourself and you have to apply for different. There was no mentorship at that point in time. So
But
I
like the
picked up.
pioneers, one of those pioneers who started off with invasives or
He is a known figure for heart valve repairs. He is a person who established heart valve repairs in the country. So I started working with him, and those days I just picked up the textbook of cardiac surgery, Kirkland Brad Boyce, looked at the index, and whosoever had written chapters and were doing good work, I started applying to that lessons. I still remember it, and by the mid of 2017, I had applied to 43 different places across the world.
okay.
And many a times I would just get an answer, no, you're not fit enough. Then many a times they would say that you try next year. And many of the time from a German Leipzig University, I got a letter that you have to be C1 certified German. I thought about stuff plus language. So it would take me 1.5 years to learn German language, but I did not know what to do with this. Ho Chi Minh City, there's a institute in Vietnam. They said that they're happy to give me fellowship, but it'll be free. But by that time, in 2014, we had our son as well, and my son was very, very sick when he was born. My wife and son were in the hospital for nearly a month, and by the end of the month, I did not have money enough to pay for the hospital bill. And my family helped. So when I was applying for the fellowship, I was very, very clear that I should not be applying for a fellowship which would not pay me. I did not want to pay and go for a fellowship. Meanwhile, I kept upgrading myself, got several trainings, wrote papers, research papers, and also attended conferences, presented papers. 2018 December, I met Dr. Vivek Rao in Bangalore conference. Dr. Vivek Rao was then chief of Toronto General Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, Peter Cardiac Center.
Hmm.
So he was sitting in the front row. I remember. I went up to him, sir. I've been applying to PMCC. PMCC is Peter Cardiac Center, the cardiac surgery unit of Toronto General Hospital. So, sir, I've been applying for 3 years and I've been upgrading myself as well.
Hmm.
So, presenting a paper, do you mind coming there for 10 minutes? And if you like my work, you please guide me what is the way forward. So, December 2018, I attended the conference. I presented my paper. Thankfully, he also came. Just after the presentation, he said, Varun, I've seen your application several times and I've seen your work and your presentation. Within a month, you will get an acceptance letter. And January, January 2019, I got an acceptance letter that you have been accepted to Toronto General Hospital.
Okay.
And
That's.
in February, I got an acceptance from St. Vincent's, Australia.
Oh, okay.
Not know how to do. There are two centers where I had applied and had been applying for several years, and now I've got invitation from both.
Uh-huh.
People told me Australia is higher paying and you should go there, but I had already met Dr. Vivek Rao and committed, so I thought that commitment holds much more weightage. So, yeah.
Yeah.
At the same time, God gave us our second child, my daughter. Initial plan was all of us to go together, me, my wife, and son.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the pregnancy, my wife decided that she would stay back, and I called her to Toronto.
Nice, nice. So, when you were in Canada, I do remember you telling that there were continuous cases that you attended for 3 or 4 days. You did not sleep, and then you blacked out completely.
Canada was amazing. Canada, the reason is like one, I was all by myself. I was staying very, very close to the hospital, so I would practically stay in the hospital.
Hmm.
I was terribly missing my family, so I had nothing else to do as well. So I would always stay in the hospital, do whatever it takes. Like, although I'm not proud of it, but I've not even been to Niagara Falls. It was 2 hours drive. I thought I would always go with my family when they would come.
Right.
The idea was that they would come in next 2020, February or March. They would come and we'll all go together. My parents, my family would spend time with us. But I used to be there in the hospital, and whenever there was a call, if somebody was available or not, Varun was already there. So that was the way. So I remember it was one Monday when I was doing my general OT shift. It goes up till 7 p.m. And I was just roaming around in the ICU, and we got a call. There's a transplant call. Is there somebody who can go and retrieve the heart? I was junior PG, I was junior fellow then. One of my senior fellows said, "I am going. Would you want to accompany?" I said, "Why not? We'll go." So I went with him. First, they helped him retrieve the heart. Came back, stayed back because that was a heart we had retrieved. So stayed back for implantation also. We did one heart transplant. Tuesday was my 24 hours on call in ICU. Whatever happens, you can't miss ICU call because that's a facility. So. And those 24 hours are very, very busy. You can't sleep. There's nothing. The three people and the TGH unit is very busy. It's difficult to sleep or even rest. So I stayed back, did my 24 hours call. So that was between Tuesday morning to Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, I was supposed to go home and rest. And we got another heart transplant call.
Okay. Another one. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. Okay.
So I offered again that I'm anyways off, not doing anything. Maybe I would just go and sleep. I'll sleep in the flight or maybe in the car. Let me go. And they also agreed, okay, that's okay. I was the only one free because everybody else would be either doing OT or they would be on the ward or maybe in the ICU. I was the only one who was off that day. So I went for the second heart transplant again, retrieved the heart. And that day, when I came back, the chief told that you have been working continuously for 3 days. You have earned an implant.
What? Sorry?
You have earned an implant that now you get to implant the heart also. Transplant is taking from one patient, implant is putting into another patient.
Okay.
So I had earned that while working in 3 days. He said, "Why don't you try implant?" I said, "Why not, sir? I'll do it." So that was the first implant I did.
Okay.
That was Wednesday. So Wednesday, because I had done the implant, I wanted to stay back with the patient.
Okay.
think this is big responsibility. This is my first heart transplant, complete retrieval and implant. So I stayed back in the hospital. In the evening, again we got a retrieval. I was so happy that I want to do this. I want to do this. Last two heart transplants have been constantly there, and it was local explant. So Wednesday evening, went for that explant again. By the time we came, it was 2 a.m. I was thinking that I should now go and rest. It's already been 3 days. That was
Is
my
that
friend Nauto.
4 days? What you said?
Monday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Yet.
Okay.
Wednesday evening. Wednesday and between the night between Wednesday and Thursday, 2 a.m. we returned, and my friend Nauto was on the call, and he was supposed to do that, help with that implant.
Hmm.
But somebody in the ward got sick.
Oh, okay.
He was supposed to be there because and there was nobody in the OT, and because I was carrying the heart, then again there was a surgeon Mitesh. He said, "Varun, can you help Nauto?" And Nauto will go to the ward. Can you help implant?
Hmm. Second implant continuously.
Like third transplant and second implant. So I had no choice. I said, "Okay, sir, I'll just do that. I don't have a choice." So I did that. Thursday morning we had a conference, a short conference. I still remember I was sitting on the conference table dowsing off. Thursday was my ward day. I informed the chief fellow. He was Justin, very good friend of mine. I said, Justin, can you please take care of the ward? I can't be awake anymore. I attended that conference, and by 12 noon, I was walking outside of the hospital. I could not feel the floor. I thought I was flying, floating.
Hmm.
I went to my room, which was right across the road. I used to live right across the hospital.
Okay.
I slept, and my flatmate was a German fellow, Khalil, a close friend of mine. I still don't remember that Friday. I slept Thursday evening, 4 or 5 o'clock. Khalil told me that you used to get up, go to the washroom, cook something in the kitchen, eat something, then go back to sleep. I woke up Saturday morning. I still don't remember that Friday, but that week was amazing. In 4 days, we did 3 heart transplants, 124 hours call, general OT, everything.
And two implants.
2 implants. First 2 implants of my life.
Wow, that's
But then Saturday it was an off day. Weekend was off for me those days. But still, in the afternoon, I went back and saw all the patients who we had operated in the last 1 week. I think everybody was okay, and then in the evening, Khalil took me out for pizza, like party. He said that you have been working so hard. Let's go out. It's a good time.
that was kind of a celebration of your first implants.
Yeah.
Nice. So, I mean, that's kind of real resilience there. Being awake for 4 days.
It's not just me who does it. It's also about destiny choosing you to do this. I wanted to come back, but Nauto had some emergency, and I did not want to go for that third. I wanted to go for that third, but I did not know that I would get an implant opportunity.
Opportunity again. Okay.
So it's not just we who do it. It's also the destiny what it wants out of us.
True, true. Very true. I agree. It's always what destiny choosing us and we playing our part the right way.
I've been fortunate that way. I've been taught by the teachers best in the world. Like coming from like when Dr. Sampath taught me, and then Dr. Tyrone David, Dr. Vivek Rao taught me. I came back from Canada through Vande Bharat mission. Like from February, March, when my family was supposed to come. At the same time, 2020, COVID-19 hit, and there was a lockdown. And we had a tragedy in our family. One of our family members died, and so we were all afraid whether what should we do if somebody falls sick in India again. I would not know what to do, and if I fall sick in Canada, then nobody would be able to reach me. So I started applying. Although I had a longer tenure, like I had a longer offer. I was told that if I stay back, they would give me another year of fellowship, and if I stayed back for another year of fellowship, they might consider me to become RCPSC qualified. The RCPSC is Royal College of Physicians and Cardiac and Surgeons of Canada. Would be allowed to write an exam and be there permanently. That would have been a very nice decision, good pay, lifestyle. But I always thought that coming back to my parents was one of my primary decisions. Although my parents were okay with that, with me moving out or me even going to Canada, Australia. But I thought if we can do good in our home, I would not want to leave my parents far away.
That's a very
So,
noble thought. That's a really noble thought, doctor.
like I told, we come from a very low middle class family and trying to save ourselves and trying to outgrow ourselves. There's no competition with anybody else. The competition is within ourselves. We
Ourselves.
want to outgrow ourselves. So if we have good opportunities, if we can find good opportunities in India, if we have trouble at home, we don't go live in neighbor's house.
Yes. Yes.
We do better for ourselves. I came back to Vande Bharat mission 2.5 months. I did not have a job, but then thankfully found a job in Medanta and started training. And Dr. Bhan, Dr. Anil Bhan is another tremendous, like very nice, very meticulous, very hardworking surgeon. And that's how I started learning more. And in Medanta also, I had no problem because I was trained that way. I was living far from my family, so spending time in the hospital had become a habit now.
And I think you
So
also
that
set up their heart transplant program, right, at Medanta?
so they did not have heart transplant program till then.
Okay.
They hired me to 12 beds and heart transplants and ECMO program.
Hmm.
Although we could not do any heart transplant in that 1 year, but definitely we created a lot of noise, lot of ripples that people took up a challenge of establishing heart transplant program there. We did a few ECMOs. We convinced a few patients to get LVADs. LVAD is left ventricular assist device.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Now they have a good program.
Sorry?
Now they have a good program. I think that we did start well and it was taken up well. There's another surgeon, close friend of mine, Dr. Swarnika, who takes care of our transplant program now
Nice.
under leadership of Dr. Khan.
Nice. Nice. After that, you got driven towards robotic cardiac surgery.
So that is another story. As I told you, I'm aggressive. So after a year of my work in Medanta, I sat up with Dr. Ban, my teacher, said that, sir, I can do this. The idea was to reach there at 7 a.m., be there until 1 a.m. every day, and Sunday would be half day working, and there would be 6 night calls. I was okay doing that, and I told him, sir, I can continue to do this for next few years, but then I need a DOT and I need OPD in Medanta because I am unable to see my kids. So he said, Varun, it is difficult to get OPD and DOT in Medanta. This is a hierarchy-based system.
Okay.
So then I'll have to think about what I want to do. And meanwhile, I was getting calls from Apollo.
Okay.
Apollo hired me and sent me to Chennai for training. That was another step. I did not believe in robotics that time because I was trained to do anything under the sun. Like there was a time I remember in Toronto when we were facing a big problem that there was unstoppable bleeding which was happening from inside the chest, and me and our teachers decided that we'll just take the heart out and see what is going wrong. Because we were so confident that if it can be done, we are the guys who would do it. We took the heart out, repaired it, and put it back in. So we were trained to do whatever was possible, and I had no idea about robotics. I had seen a minimal invasive surgeries in Toronto, but not robotics. My idea is, I remember when I was being hired, the Director of Medical Services, Dr. Ella Sharma, asked me, what do you think? Will this program work? I said, sir, I don't know what no. I take it 40% of chances not working, 40% chances with it would work, 20% would be effort.
Okay. Yeah.
So either 60 yes or 60 no. Reject a therapy, I should know it first. I entered robotics to know whether it is rejectable or not.
Oh, to reject it. Okay. Okay.
I entered robotics to see whether it should be done or it should not be done. And even if I have to say no, this is not a go-to therapy, I should know why it is not a go-to therapy.
Understood.
Then I went to Apollo Chennai, and then I met Dr. Yusuf, who is my mentor now. And that was again transformative. I saw patients, I saw procedures being done without opening the chest. patients walking in the ICU on day one, going home on day three. That was again a moving moment for me. That I thought, if there's something which needs to be done, I want to do this.
Okay.
And that time again, physics and mathematics helped me because I could actually visualize the structures and arms of the robot going inside the chest without actually seeing them and deciding as to how things would work. I still remember Dr. Yusuf used to do single vessel, double vessel, single memory, double memory, and gradually we pushed each other. He being my teacher, but me being his student, like we pushed each other. This we should do this. We should start this. We can do this more. So our practice has really grown. Like we have worked like brothers. He's like my elder brother to me, and we have gone through very strong moments of things and things. Like he's backed me up at different moments. I've backed him up, and he's tolerated me. I've tolerated him. We've grown like brothers.
Yeah.
But this therapy has really connected us.
Hmm.
Do something different for the patients, what not everybody else is doing. When we started this in Chennai, like he started in 2019, trained in UK and then came back and started this. I joined him in 2022. Since then, 2022 to 2026 today, our practice has grown and we have demonstrated our results in Delhi as well. Nobody was doing it that time, and now there's a surge. There were 5 people in the country who were doing it, who was trying to do it in 2019. Now there are more than 25. Within 3 years, the number has grown 5-fold.
Yep.
That's only because the results have been demonstrated. We have shown it to the world that it can be done. It is good for patients, and patients are asking for it.
Nice. And it was also during that time that said you were just sleeping in the hospital, in the dormitory of the hospital.
Yeah, so again, in Chennai also, I was living alone, all by myself. And I joined in June. I was in a hurry that I should complete my robotic training. The robotic company wants you to do 100 hours of simulator training before you go for certification. And the OT list will extend until 7 p.m. anyhow, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Good thing about Apollo is, if somebody is on emergency call, they give free food. And I was living all alone. I would go before 8 o'clock, stay back until after 8 o'clock. After 8 p.m., dinner would be free. So I'd have free dinner, sleep there. Pick up at 10, go to robotic OT, do simulator training until 2 a.m. Go back to my room, which was again 1 kilometer away, cycle, and come back at 6, start operating for the day. Then same thing would continue. Coming back at 6, give me free breakfast also.
Okay.
So that was good. So free food gave me a lot more things.
It inspired you to spend a lot of time in the hospital so you could get more.
Yeah, so by the time I was supposed to go for my exam, that robotic training, technology training exam, I had already completed more than 200 hours.
Okay.
So I was supposed to complete 100, I had completed 200.
Okay.
Because on Sundays I had nothing else to do. I would go for rounds, sit back on the simulator, do 4 hours simulator, 5 hours training, whatsoever. And thankfully, Apollo hospitals really helped. Nobody actually ever objected. Dr. Yusuf helped. He also gave me hands-on training. So it's all destiny. I think we are all part of it. We all play a very, very small and consider ourselves too big. That is not true. We are a very, very small part of the whole plan.
So the person who entered robotics with the intention to see whether he can reject it went on to become youngest cardiac surgeon globally recognized at 37.
That's true. So what happened is, I don't know how it came to me as being the youngest. I was 37 that time, in 2023. So I went up with my exam. The exam was supposed to last from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. There was specific given tasks which I had to do and demonstrate. I finished everything by 12:30. So my teacher Anand was very, very happy. Anand told me that you have finished what you want to do. I said, sir, I want to train further. Please let me suture. Put sutures. He was very, very happy in how things were going. So he gave me sutures. We usually take a day or two to give certificates, but I have a lot of time. I'll work on the certificate also. At that time, I was reading whosoever had undergone robotic training in cardiac surgery. I was reading, everybody was my senior. So I told him, sir, Has anybody younger than me ever got the training? He checked the database all across the globe. He told me, Varun, the youngest one so far had been 46.
Yeah.
You're 37. So it just came to me. It just happened. There was no plan, no aspiration, no application to be the youngest cardiac surgeon to be trained in robotics so far. It just happened. Then he told me that. Then he applauded as well. I think he mentioned to his company that this is the youngest cardiac surgeon we have ever trained, and he has done it very well. And that's okay. Like, I was happy that it got done. I
Despite.
remember that week also. What happened is that week Monday was my exam. Tuesday I had to go to Tokyo.
Hmm.
Monday was my robotic training exam. Tuesday I had to go to Tokyo. I was representing India and Apollo Hospitals at International Coronary Congress,
Okay.
which was happening in Tokyo. So Wednesday was my presentation there.
Hmm.
Friday I was supposed to come back. Saturday was my HMA exam. I was doing my healthcare management and data analytics from IIM Kozhikode.
Yeah.
That I had applied before entering Apollo robotics.
Okay. Okay.
That was a 1 year course.
Okay.
So Monday, I did my wrote my exam. Tuesday, I went to Tokyo. I'm a vegetarian by night, and I thought that Monday was busy. I was stressed. So Tuesday, I'd go to the conference and eat. I reached the conference venue for the evening dinner, and it was all non-vegetarian food. I was so stuck. I came back. I thought I'll find a vegetarian restaurant, but by the time I was coming, it was 10 p.m. Everything was closed. There was a 7-Eleven store just below the hotel. I bought peanuts, that roasted peanuts and almonds, and green tea. They had a very nice honey green tea. I had that and slept. And next day morning, I thought I'll have breakfast in the hotel or maybe at the conference venue. I went there in the morning. It was all mashed potato or non-vegetarian food.
Okay.
I'll have
I can
breakfast in.
totally relate with you. I can totally relate with you here.
I thought I'll have breakfast at the conference. When I reached the conference menu, it was again non-veg and cold black coffee, iced black coffee. That was how it went. And that day was my presentation. But that was very nice. That day I interacted with Dr. Hassan Balki. Hassan Balki is a legend. He is the person who has maximum numbers, maximum very good outcomes in total endoscopic robotics, CABG. And there's a Terragrosa, Gyanluca. I interacted with a lot of people there. That also reminds me about the technology I witnessed there. They gave me earphones and mic. They were talking. There were people who were presenting in Japanese. I could listen to them in English, real time.
Real time.
I'm still not technology, and here, and I was talking in English, and they could hear Japanese.
Okay. That's amazing.
2020. So after that. It was this conference got over. In the evening, I was supposed to come back, and I found some vegetarian restaurants online. I was supposed to go there. I was walking and started raining.
Okay.
I was not carrying an umbrella. I rushed to my hotel again, went back down to 7-Eleven, bought peanuts, and almonds, and green tea,
Okay.
and that was my second day.
Okay. So.
Third day morning, I had to go to airport. I thought I'll buy something at the airport lounge. I went to the airport lounge, checked everything through that Google scanner. Plain noodles were cooked in fish broth.
Okay.
Again, 3 days, peanuts and almonds and green tea.
Wow.
And I boarded Thai Airways flight. I asked the air hostess, "Do you have anything vegetarian?" I have not eaten for 3 days. She said, "Let me check," and came back with a box of chips. I had those chips. I said, "Please, I need something vegetarian." Sometime later, they were very, very kind. They gave me a big bowl of soup. They said there was a passenger in first class who opted not to have the soup. We can give you tomato soup and bread. I had 4 bread butters and a huge bowl of soup and a lot of chips.
Okay.
And that flight got delayed.
Oh.
Next day, Saturday morning, I had my HMA final exam. I was supposed to start at 9 and reach India at 6 a.m. Flight from Tokyo to Thailand. It was a jumping flight.
Okay.
Thai Airways. The first flight from Tokyo to Thailand got delayed.
Hmm.
I went to the pilot. I told him, Saturday morning I have my exam. If I miss this flight, I just don't miss the flight. I also miss my exam.
Okay.
He put an effort. He delayed the next flight by 45 minutes. He
Delay.
got the delayed. The next flight got delayed by 40 minutes.
Okay.
The flight from Thailand to
India.
Delhi,
Ah.
Bangkok to that was, and there was a girl I still remember. I walked out of that Thai Airways flight, and there was a girl, young, very very young girl, who picked up my bags and ran for her life. Ran for her life. I thought she would fall and die. She was running so fast. She took me from one flight to another in 4 minutes,
Okay. Acha.
all through Bangkok airport.
Okay.
And the moment I reached there, the air hostess told me, "We have been waiting for you. You get in." I got in and the flew.
Okay. So they arranged a separate flight for you. Okay. Hello.
We delayed by 45 minutes. The connecting flight was made to wait for 45 minutes for me. So I reached at 7 a.m. It was we were supposed to land at 6. I reached at 7 a.m. Went to my home, appeared for that exam at 9 o'clock, and then thankfully passed that as well.
Very very intense moments.
God, it's God helping. I don't know what I'll do without it.
So, doctor, you have been like extremely intense surgical care, having a very intense surgical career. And in between, you also took, like, yeah, just before joining Apollo, you took up the HMA with analytics, AI, and data. So, why
I'm
did
still I'm still doing a course by AI in healthcare by National Board of Examinations.
okay,
That course was launched last year.
okay.
We're pursuing that course. Every Wednesday is a class. Today also we have a class today.
So, why this intuition towards AI, technology, and management?
To learn more, I took up management to learn what are integrities and nitty-gritties of the hospital and healthcare system, how to understand it, how to be a better partner. Even in AI, I think we should be open to learning and not just reject everything and not be threatened by anything. If we are able to understand, I consider learned people are not just the people who know their job well. They are people who can understand other people's jobs as well. So if we are open to learning and accept new changes and challenges, I think that is a way forward.
Very true. I really agree with this because knowledge is power, and if you have the right kind of knowledge, you will be able to understand what others are undergoing, and if we can
But we
contribute.
have to constantly upgrade ourselves. We have to keep learning.
Yes, yes, right. Constant upgradation is important. Okay, doctor, you have been handling multiple cardiac consultations every day, right? You strongly still emphasize that ethical practice is important. And you mentioned also once that you would try to see if a surgery can be eliminated on the whole. Why is that important for you, and how does that help in the long run?
See, we have to understand that we could be on the other side of table any day. I could fall sick, or any of my family members would fall sick. I always think that if we can do the best to the patient, that is the best way forward. And if there's a way we can avoid surgery, prevent it, then it is. If it has to be done, we will do it. And there have been several challenges that when the surgery is done on a sick patient, there are morbidities. And cardiac surgery always keeps you humble. That in cardiac surgery, you can't predict outcome. You can only do what you can do best. Good work. And I always believe that if a patient doesn't want surgery, he or she should not be pushed. We are not meant to live for 200 years. We can't assure somebody that they would live for 200 years. It's patient's choice whether they want to take that risk or not. We have to explain each and everything. Even for my own family, idea is to keep them healthy and happy. Both are important.
Yes.
Happiness is also very, very important.
Yeah.
It's not just being healthy. You can be healthy and miserable, which is of no use.
Yeah. And more miseries leads to more intense diseases in the body. So, yeah,
I've seen healthy people suffering through depression, loneliness, uh, many things, and not just health is not just physical health; it's also mental
I
health.
true,
Happiness is very, very important.
true, true. So, among all the surgeries and achievements you have gained so far, which moments that stay with you emotionally, contained you?
One is like in my professional journey. One is when I passed my DNB cardiac surgery exam. We had our son, and he was sick those days. And 2015 December, he was born in 2014.
Hmm.
He was just 1 year old when 2015 when I was preparing for my final exams. Even though we were preparing, but I was not sure whether I would pass or not. I just did what I had to do. As I said, we can't be sure of outcomes. I remember when the one of my friends called that results have come. Can you please check yours? I called up National Board office, and I gave my phone number, gave my roll number to her, and she said you have passed. I said okay. Get phone called again.
You called again, okay.
I maybe somebody else would answer, and then I asked her for the result. They said give me your roll number. I gave the roll number. They said she said you have passed. I again thought maybe she has made a mistake. I called the third time. The lady across the phone, she said, Dr. Varun, why are you calling three times? I said, ma'am, I'm just making sure whether you are making a mistake or it's me. I said, okay, you wait. Let me tell you your roll number. So she told me my roll number and said, now you're passed. Don't call again. I said, I was in the hospital. I still remember 7 p.m. in the evening, 6:30 p.m. in the evening in the hospital. And I just sat down on the floor. It was middle of the corridor. I just prayed to God and thanked God for blessing that I had received. In the last 6 years, I was trying to be a cardiac surgeon, and this was irrevocable. I had passed my DNB cardiac surgery exam, and now I am a certified cardiac surgeon for the rest of my life.
And how was your son along with this?
We have two kids now. My son is turning 12 this year, and daughter's turning 6.
Nice,
So born in 2019, so she would turn 6 this year.
nice. So,
No, she turned 6 years.
yeah, when you look back, doctor, at your journey, what do you think perseverance actually meant in all this?
It's based on multiple aspects. So the family is very supportive. In our conversation, you would have realized that many of places where I went all alone.
Yeah,
But all alone means there's a lot of responsibility at home that somebody else is taking care.
yes,
Even while when I'm operating in Apollo, if I have to stay back in the hospital, if I have to stay back for a day or two, I don't go home. I stay back in the night. I'm busy with patients there. Sometimes they're very, very sick patients who need more time, attention, and care. My wife, my parents, my kids think and support well. They don't ask me that they really need me. Whenever I'm getting a call from home, that means there's a problem. Otherwise, they wouldn't call.
that's such a
So
beautiful, supporting and responsible individuals has made you successful, and you have been helping a lot of people out there. That's nice.
no, it's all if we are not comfortable in our own minds and our own lives, I don't think we can help anybody else.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. So, what would you tell younger doctors or professionals who are currently in that difficult phase of their journey where they're trying to choose what they want to do going forward?
Perseverance. Intelligence without hard work has no meaning. Extreme energy without sustenance has no meaning. We respect sun not just for one day;
Yes.
it is for every.
That's very beautiful words, Doctor. Thank you so much. Wonderful conversation we had today, and I really heartfully I love the way you spoke about your family, about the kind of responsibility you took in the OTs, and the kind of perseverance you had, even in Tokyo when you had no food, and even during the 4 days when you went without sleep and just blacked out. That shows a lot.
Yeah, it's all life. I think, and I'm sure that's not the end of it.
Of
We would
course.
have several more challenges in life to come, where we would have several more instances where we have to prove our mettle to ourselves, not just to other people around, where we have to rethink, step back, do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
The only idea is to make difference to somebody's life,
Yes.
make them happy, healthy, and
Yeah.
if they can return to their active lives and to their families, that is the best feeling that we can have.
Definitely. I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors and really congratulations a million times for all the achievements that you have made. Um,
Thank you. Pushpa. No, it's not just me. Let me just tell you, it's everybody who's helped. My teachers, my friends, my seniors. Starting from my school, I am a Delhi Public School alumnus. My maths teacher, Mr. Anil Sharma, who is now heading DPS Arkepuram. My chemistry teacher, Mrs. Sangeeta, who is heading now DPS Faridabad. My physics teacher, Ms. Jyoti, everybody. And then come my medical school teachers, Dr. Sampath, training in cardiac surgery, Dr. Vivek Rao, Dr. Tyrone David, Dr. Bhan, Dr. Yusuf, and above all, Apollo Management, who has really given me a platform where I could not just get trained in robotics, but also send the message to people across the world. Like we were the first ones to do minimal invasive surgeries in Tanzania, and we have been going to Africa, Myanmar, CIS countries to promote robotics, promote therapies, and tell people that this is doable, not just to the patients, but also to surgeons or to healthcare officials, healthcare ministries, that this is something which is doable and is making a lot of difference to people's lives. Like, our institution is doing a lot of work.
yes.
They're all supportive, and I always believe like there's a proverb in Hindi: "Akela chana bhand nahi for sakta." Like, single person can't do much. It's all system. Everybody does it, and above all, destiny calls us.
This gratitude and this compassion and this need to be within the group and that you're part of the system, acceptance of that you're part of a system and destiny is playing the role. These are all commendable attributes of yours, doctor. I really wish you all the very best, and going forward I would want to continue being in touch with you and learning a lot more from you.
No, it's all mutual. I learn something new from you, and you learn from me. We are all connected.
Yes,
Nobody is absolute in themselves.
correct. Very true. All right, doctor. I wish you
Thank
all
you.
the very
Thank you
best.
very much.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much
Have
for
a good day. Thank you. Bye.
bye.